Hello, everybody. This is Elvis, and from the Mad Tankers clan. This is not an account that's in Mad Tankers, but the YouTube channel is. And if any of you guys are interested in joining the clan, give me a shout out on game chat, which is Mad T MAD capital, and then you got the space T. Anyways, let's discuss what I haven't done yet. I haven't discussed these missile tanks, which I'm in the Sheridan, and this thing is fun. Now I know that has been a discussion out there on whether this thing should be in the game or not, and I'm kind of caught in between. I like them; they're entertaining, and if you want to get one, um, that's really all up to you. It's a fun line to grind. Uh, is it fair? In some situation, when it comes to skill, um, let's say I'm in a Sheridan, I'm dealing with the last tank in the game, and he can't see me, and I drop a missile, and there's nothing he can do about it. And I'll kind of show that example in another video here. I'll do two videos in one here just to show that example. Well, that was a bot shot. But overall, the gun alone without the missiles is really powerful. Lots of damage. Lots of damage. You can do a really nice shot of 600 or more. The missiles are equally just impressive. But in this case, in this particular game, I don't really use the missile much. I don't use them a lot. It's really here and there. Like here with this motion, it's so hard to find this guy. I tried a missile. Couldn't do it. Should have hit him maybe from the side, but hey, I'm still rusty with this missile stuff. But it can be annoying. It is an irritating tank. You're not sure what to do with yourself when you're dealing with one because you don't know if a missile is coming or not. You don't know where to cover up from. And he takes a shot. So this guy is panicking. Let's see if I can put a shot in him. I gotta put that low plate. There it is. 577. That's really massive damage for what it is. Really massive damage. Should these tanks stay around? There have been a lot of protests against these tanks to be removed. And again, still, missiles can't bot shots. No question about that. Should these tanks be removed? I don't know. I can't say yes and I can't say no. It's a difficult decision to make because I've spoken to some people out there and they love this stuff and they want them to stay. And then there's people out there who are really against it. They dislike the tanks. And I don't know if this is the people who don't have this tank and they maybe don't understand the coolness of it. But then there's those guys who feel that they may be a little too overpowering when it comes to tournaments. So do you remove them from tournaments and make them obsolete? That was a heat shot. Do you make them obsolete from tournaments? So you know, you kind of carrying skill, but there is some skill in regards to missiles because they're not. It's not like it's easy to use them. Whoops. Alright, I can take a hit. It's not like it's really easy to use these missiles because you really have to have some skill and practice in regards to making those shots. 4-3. Where is everybody? Let's get rid of this guy. So I'm just using the gun here, really, mostly. I'm not using the missiles all that much. If I have to, I'll use them. So you can see that alpha damage from this gun is impressive. So this game ends up being really good for the Sheridan. And this is the usual damage that I do in this tank. It's not like it's some kind of fluke. I'm just doing really well in regards to damage with this tank. And, 4,000, 5,000. So there's something to be said about this. I'll show you one more, and this is kind of an interesting one. Oh, wrong one. Is this the right one? I think it's the wrong one. Hang on, let me switch it. So yeah, I switched it. This is the one that that kind of shows maybe the unfairness of the missile, because what happens with the VK7201K, what happens between me and him, it doesn't give him the opportunity to challenge his talent and mine in this game, because what happens here is there's nothing that he can do, and this is where the missiles kind of create that argument of, no, this tank should be removed. I'm not saying it should be. I'm saying in that case, that is unfair, and the VK gets a little agitated. I can understand that. So this is really not a in-your-face, upfront, at the beginning of the game tank. Yes, you're quick, but the reload is eternal, 14.1 seconds for what it is. But you're kind of struggling at the beginning. If your team dies too quickly, you're done. There's nothing you can do about it. But the favor of this tank is it does have really nice turret armor. It gets bounced all the time. Also, the lesson here is keep your health points for as long as you can. So the speed is phenomenal. It takes off quickly. It's got that acceleration. It's phenomenal. So here's an anticipation shot. This is an anticipation shot. There he goes. So I anticipated him moving left as he's trying to run, and I dropped it right a little bit in front of him. So yeah, I've got my eye on the VK. He's all the way back there. So we're gonna move on this on this grill. I'm gonna use it. Heat shot, and it hit his gun. It hit his gun. Not fair. Let's try that again. Will not hit the gun this time. So the heat shot, let's see, 689. That's massive. That is beyond massive. I would be happy with much less than that. Much less than that for this tank. It's doing almost 700 damage with the heat shot on that grill. He's not going anywhere, this guy. But overall maneuvering of this tank is impressive alone. So it's really overpowered. Here's the VK 581. It's really overpowered in every aspect, this tank. It's just, there's so much advantage that the VK just doesn't stand a chance. He never did. If he had 10,000 hit points, if that VK had 10,000 hit points, he wouldn't stand a chance against this tank. Like, just practically give up. In the right hands, anyways. I really do terribly with this 103 here. I'm being kind of like, hey, I'm having some fun here, and the missile didn't go through. So look at this. The maneuvering is impressive. You'll just spin your head around. You know, by the time you turn your turret, it's too late. So here comes the VK. I mean, this is just too much fun. The VK takes a shot at me. Good job, buddy. And I'm just he's on a reload here, and I'm just completely having a little fun with him. Yeah, I'm not even trying here. Look, I get around him quick. Oh! So what he does here, clever, a little clever, he goes under the bridge. And here's the unfairness here. Here's the unfair part. This is the unfair part. So usually when you go underneath this bridge, and let's say I'm in another tank, other than the missile tank, I would have a little bit of a hard time getting him. I would have to drop down and shoot him, or I would have to come around and take him from the front. But I would somehow have to point my gun and hit him. But with the missile tank, I don't have to do that. I just point my missile. I don't even have to peek out too much, and drop it right in there. And that's it. And that's the unfair part. And people get upset about that, and I understand. It ruins your whole effort of trying to win the game. So I get it. I get the whole argument. I get it. I understand. And I'm, in some way, I agree with it. But that's a lot of damage. I mean, that's a lot of damage. Every time I play this tank, I'm doing 4,000 or 5,000 damage. It's unbelievable. And there is an advantage, high advantage of this tank, and people just don't like it. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really care one way or the other. I understand a lot of people lately have gone, just take them down, we don't want them, remove the missile tanks. And you had some main characters just out there that are YouTubers arguing the same point, and I understand it. I completely understand why you want to remove this tank. Should you do it? It's probably not going to happen. You know, Blitz is gonna continue supporting this tank. They've installed it, and they're not going to go back on their design. They probably put a lot of money into getting this tank ready, so they're not gonna go back on it. But maybe tournament wise, restrict them from tournaments. Maybe. But in this case, I enjoy it. So hopefully you guys enjoy it too. All right, thanks guys. See you around.